This is how you make quick and delicious beef ribs. Today for our beef ribs, we're going to be using Weber's new 26-inch Kettle grill. You can see we've obviously been cooking on this. One of the things I like about the charcoal grate down here is that it comes with this attachment that allows you to create your own cooking zones. So if you wanted to make one just a little bit larger, you could move the attachment back and then you have all this space for your charcoal. Although we won't actually be using that feature today, I did think it was something worth noting. We're going to start by putting B&B lump charcoal on around a third of our charcoal grate. One of the tools that I've been using a lot when it comes to cooking barbecue is this new torch. I'll put a link in the description below. This is actually made to kill weeds, but I find it really great for our drum smokers and also to get the Weber kettle nice and hot. Now with this lump charcoal, we don't need to get it all the way lit. Just about half or a third of the way is going to make for a long, clean burn, and that's exactly what I want today. Now that my lump charcoal is lit about exactly the way I want, I'm going to go ahead and close my vents at the bottom. So what I'm looking to do is close them about halfway. That way I still get some airflow in this 26-inch, but it doesn't get too out of hand. And for me personally, barbecue is ever evolving. About 6 months ago, I probably would have put my beef ribs on right after I put the chunk of wood on, and I probably would have added a few more chunks. These days, I think less is more, and I don't like to over smoke any of my meats. I feel like that tartness that comes through can really affect the flavor, so I like to let this burn down for around 10 to 15 minutes before I put my meat on. Today we're going to be smoking up some beef finger ribs. I'm going to keep it extremely simple, no trimming on the top, and on the back side I am going to score the membrane. Once I've scored the membranes, I'm going to go ahead and season up the top. I'm going to put down a binder of A1 sauce. Been doing it lately. Don't know if it affects flavor, but I like it. To me, the smell of A1 is just absolutely amazing, and I don't think it hurts anything, so give it a shot. Let me know what you think. First, we're going to go over with a light layer of that base. This is our all-purpose seasoning. It's a thinner base layer for any meat. Then we're going to go over top with the good stuff. This is something we've been working on for a while. Hopefully we can bring it to you guys very soon. It's got a nice red color. It has plenty of black pepper, and our goal was to make sure that it didn't taste too sweet or too salty, but it hit both notes. We let the seasoning sit on our beef ribs for around 30 minutes, and now it's time to put them on. With the 26-inch grill being so big, you can see that we can put these beef ribs a little closer to the fire, yet we still have plenty of room on the backside. So you can see that the thermometer is actually reading over the hottest point of this whole kettle. That's obviously going to mean that the ambient temperature in the kettle is nowhere near the 390 to 400 degrees. So we are a little bit offset and we are on that safe zone. So that's going to make for a cooler environment closer to the 300 degrees, which is perfect for smoking. After about an hour, we want to check our beef ribs. You can see there's some pullback here. So that literally just means that the meat is pulling away from the end of the bones. So I can tell that they're getting nice and cooked. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to rotate these, get these a little bit closer to the fire. I'm going to back these up a little bit just for even cooking. While we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and spritz with some I can't believe it's not butter. We'll add a little bit of moisture. We'll add a little bit of butter flavor. Never hurt anybody. And just for everybody curious at home, we're sitting around 160 degrees on these beef ribs. Today, I don't feel like wrapping, so I'm just going to go unwrap the entire time until these are done. It's been about 2.5 hours on our beef ribs. The only thing we've been doing with these is rotating them consistently just to get an even cook. We're going to take a quick temp check. Oh yeah, they feel really good. You can see they're up around 212 degrees internal. That's going to be completely perfect for me. Back rack is looking good, 206, 207. Nothing more than lump charcoal, a 26-inch kettle, and a nice rack of ribs. This turned out extremely simple. You don't need any attachments for your Weber kettle at any point, but they do make it obviously easier. Let's take the ribs off the grill, give them a taste. Slicing extremely smooth. Quick little bite. So tender, so juicy. An absolutely perfect bite on these finger ribs. These are something I absolutely grew up on. My father made these every single time that we had a barbecue in the backyard. Don't forget, it takes no skill at all. All you got to do is have some lump charcoal, a nice Weber grill, and of course, a good piece of meat. As always, we really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.